Hey everybody, I'm going to share with you today some portables and things that you want to have in your kitchen for traveling and food safety, and also just being a good manager and steward of your food. So the first item is a Pyrex dish with a plastic lid. Now this particular brand is an Anchor. I also have other ones that are Pyrex, which are already being in use right now. But the idea is that you have a glass dish, okay, has handles on it. You have a plastic lid. And when you are transporting your food, you have the safety of a sealed lid to the glass container. Now, what's even better is that when you get one of these Pyrex zippered cases, you can put in your heating pack if you are having hot items. You can put in an ice pack if you have cold items. So just really quickly, I'm showing you how this works. I'm going to zipper the case. There are also handles on the side that you pull through like this. And then when you are done, you have a carrying case for your food that is zippered. So here's the point. This is a way to keep your food safe, whether it is cold or whether it is hot. If it's hot, you can put a gel pack in and heat it up previously and then put the gel pack in with hot. If it's cold, you can put ice packs in and then keeping your food at the proper cold temperature. Now, when we are talking about basic staples, the other thing you want to have in your grouping is a food warmer. This particular food warmer has a glass top. It has a knob to turn very hot or warm. And what you want to do is have items that work with it. So this glass goes onto this glass, and now you have a food warmer for your food. This is great for Shabbat, which means from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset, and for all major feasts and holidays, that you are maintaining the proper food temperature of warm or hot based on what you are preparing. And all that is required is an electric plug to plug into. So these are staples in keeping your food at the proper food temperature. The next item I want to speak about is a crock pot. Now, the great thing about a crock pot is it's old school. You know, our mothers and grandmothers definitely use these. It's a great way to cook. You can put it on low or you can put it on high with the dial. And you have a glass lid. Sometimes they're a plastic lid, depending on the model that you get. The key point, though, is when you're purchasing a crock pot, it is very important to remember to purchase ones that the ceramic part comes out. So what you have here is an aluminum base, which is very lightweight. But the key, and in the back, you have a plug that just plugs in and plugs out, okay? But the key point is when you're selecting to purchase ones, I like ones with the removable container. Then that way, after the food has cooled down and I've turned the burner off, and this is again electric, so you need to have it plugged in electric. But after your food is done, you can take this part out. You can put your lid back on your pot, okay? And you can store this in the refrigerator as well. So that's one of the benefits of having the removable crock pot. Now, when you go to an event, and let's say you're bringing, let's just say some type of food that is hot, that is like, let's say a special chicken noodle soup or something like that, or something that, you know, is a stew type of a thing. This works great. If you're making mashed potatoes or rice, this works great. If you're heating up any kind of hot vegetables or a meat dish, this works great. So it has multiple versatile positions for these items. Now, on all these items, in terms of the glass Pyrex dish and the lid, usually you can purchase them new for approximately $20, something around there. But if you go to the Goodwill, you can find good finds between $6 and $10, depending on the size of the Pyrex dish. You may not always get a lid that fits the Pyrex dish, so you may have to go third party to Amazon to get a proper fitting lid. after you buy the glass dish at a lower cost at a Goodwill. So that's just a FYI. The second thing is a food warmer. You can always pick up a food warmer. You might even have one or ask one from your mom or your grandmother because they probably had several of these. I have several as well for Shabbat and for holiday gatherings that I can keep my food warm at the temperature that I set it at, whether that's low, medium, or high. Okay, and these food warmers, again, can be purchased at a Goodwill for anywhere between $6 and $12, depending on the size. And lastly, the crock pots. Crock pots are a great resource for heating up your food and also cooking. Like, you basically drop your items in, turn it on, whether it's low or high. You're not thinking about it. You're doing all these other tasks. You come back to it, your food is ready. It's a great way to food prep and to have a nice warm meal. So crock pots, again, can be purchased depending on their sizes at a Goodwill anywhere between $8 and $12. So I hope that this helps you to be a more prepared food traveler and to be more cautious and present to food temperatures, to keep cold things cold and hot things hot, and to have the proper gear in order to do it. So I hope that this has made some sense to you and will help you with your kitchen skills and help you with your traveling on the go skills. I have several versions of these and sometimes multiples, 2 or 3 of the same kind, because I like to have some in my truck and my camper van and some in my apartment. So I hope this helps. I hope you have a good holiday. Bye-bye.